Hello again. Gosh, this must be the first in the history of the makers. You're getting me one after another, one after another. Here's the second live stream of the evening. If you are watching this anytime in a recorded version, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. But we're here tonight to start our Festy Zesty Garland, which is Advent project. And this year it's completely different. It's different in that we haven't kept it secret, have we? Well, there is a little bit of a secret right at the very end, so which you don't know until you get the very last Christmas bonus parcel. But every week, you are opening a big parcel of wool, which this is week number 1. There's a bit of a twist to it, which I explain. Of course, you've got Garland. Yeah, and what we're making tonight are the lemons. Well, one of them. I'm not here to make all of them. But look at this. This is just the best thing ever. And you get everything in the Advent project to make this fantastic project. It is, honestly, it is, I think, every year I think, oh, this is better than before. This is everything that you're making. Beautiful, beautiful oranges, beautiful, beautiful realistic lemons, all life size. And then we're putting them all together to make this amazing Festy garland. Or you can turn it into a wreath. Oh, hang it up. Or, as I've many times said before, it's actually a really warm scarf. Well, keeps your neck warm, and if you position the oranges in just the right place and the lemons, keeps your ears warm too. Anyway, let's not be silly. Right, so throw this back up there. Oh dear. Here we go, stay. Okay, let's do it, shall we? Let's have a look who's here. Lots of you have been there just before, because I've been I've been showing you what to do with day 2 of the Advent calendar, but some of you are new. So Emily is there. Dawn says hello again. Leah says hello again. Oh, Dawn says hello again twice. Well, hello again twice then. Karen says hello again, everyone. Tracy says hi, Steffi, and everyone. Ashley says hi, Steffi, again. And some of you are still coming to join, and you're not saying anything, which you can also do. That's absolutely fine. You don't always have to comment. So if you haven't got the Advent project, if you haven't got the makings for the Festy Zesty Garland, then you need to buy it, because it's still available. But for now, this is, so we've actually put the lemons in the orange bag, and not telling you what's in the yellow bag. So you get the yellow wool, which is a neon yellow. We don't actually sell this online, so this is exclusive to the Advent project. And you get a big pile of core wool, and you get your first part of fraction, which Zesty Garland. And so basically on the front of this page you have the full list of all the ingredients that you need garland. However, whilst I say this is what you all know, there is stuff that, and I'm not telling you, it's a surprise, so you wait and find out. But and it doesn't tell you on it. So first of all, you will be making eight of these lemons. So let's have a look. I'm gonna zoom in quite a bit because you can't see at all what's going on here. Zoom in a bit more, just so that you can see all of the materials here. So you've got a big pile of core wool, and then this vibrant, zesty, citrusy color, neon yellow. It is so bright. I don't think I've seen a brighter one. And you have to split those 2 piles into 8. So the way to split things into 8 is really quite easy, because you split it into half, roughly half, like this. And then you split each half into half again, like this, because then you've got 8 there. And then you split each of these quarters into half again, and then you have 1/8 of all the wool. So I'm going to make 1 lemon tonight because it's too much to make 8. So this is my quarter split in half, which means I have got 1 portion for my lemon here, and the rest still needs to be split. You will be working with our basic core wool, and so keep the other portions separate, and then you've got your yellow, and you've got to split that into 8 again. So into half, roughly, there, that into half again, there, and then each of these into half again, and that is your portion for 1 lemon. Okay, so I'm going to put, this is what I've split up for 1 lemon. And the trick about making these lemons is that if you want them to be nice and big and juicy, you don't felt them down solidly. They actually stay quite softly felted. However, if you prefer tight little lemons, you can make them too. They just won't be quite as big as some of these lemons on here. And I'm just going to take one off so I can show you, or I can show them to you this way. They're all sewn on, so it's hard to show them individually. I thought there was one that was pinned on, but no such luck. They're all sewn in, but they are quite a large size, and they're such a realistic shape. And I should also just mention that this project was designed by Colette, who is a master of designing especially home decor and decorations to make your house look nice. So not that it doesn't look nice already, sorry, get myself now. But anyway, I'm just gonna have a quick look who's here watching. Anybody else has joined. Everybody says hello again. Carol says hello. No, she doesn't. She says evening. Hope you are keeping warm. I'm nice and cozy because I'm wearing my cozy Christmas jumper. It's quite warm. Julie says hello again, Steffi and everyone. Fiona says hi, Steffi and everyone. Hannah says I have never put on a load of washing. Get the cats fed and do their trays so fast. Just to be ready. Yay! Oh, well, if you can do it once, you can do it every time, Hannah. So excited for this. Thank you so much for your time, Steph. Oh, you're very welcome. Gina says hello again. Looks like I will have to watch on catch up. People keep phoning me. Just take the phone off the hook. Put it down the toilet. Hannah says, would you recommend doing all in one sitting? I don't know. It depends how stressed you are. I think it's a really lovely project to do just to relax, because you don't have to think much. It's such a simple way. It's a repetitive project. So let's start straight away. So I should also just say, if you look at your instructions, box number 2 shows you the other components. So at the moment you've got your white and your yellow, and the other 2 colors will come in due course. It's not a secret, because this is the green for the leaves and this is the brown for the actual attachment, for the plait. So it says here, please be aware that in the first week of the project you will not have the green nor brown wool, and therefore your lemon will be finished off once you have access to that wool. So so that's and there aren't any templates, but there are measurements. It says each lemon will be around 10 to 12 centimeters long and 5 to 6 centimeters wide. And I've talked about splitting the wool. So the first portion of the core wool, which is here, shape into a flat sheet of about 14 centimeter width and as long as you can manage. Now I know that my A6 earth-friendly felting mat, which I've covered with a felt sheet, is exactly 15 centimeters long. That is really helpful, which means that if I spread my wool widthways almost to the edge, I know that this is pretty much the size of my felting mat. So if you can make it longer, all the better. And then you're going to start rolling the wool in softly. This is the big theme, is soft. Softly, softly does it. Now, if you have something like this, where your wool comes apart, don't fight it. Let it come apart. Find your largest piece of wool that matches the width of your felting mat. Lay it down, might be this one. Lay it down and put all the rest on top and then tease it a little bit longer. That way you get a really nice thick consistent piece of wool because it's underneath that long sheet, and all the bits on the top can be rolled up inside. So roll it into a nice soft sausage, and then you're going to use your medium felting needle. Got that at the ready here in my little case. And all you're going to do is you're just going to felt it down with up to maybe 10 stabs. Just stab it so that it doesn't pop open. That's it. First step done. So you will now start to shape the lemon so that it has a tapered end on one side. And you do this by stabbing into your lemon at a shallow angle, actually going back into the shape. So don't get tempted to stab that way because you're just making it really long. Stab from the edge into the center of the shape. And obviously remember to keep turning your lemon. It's much easier to get the shape of the lemon done, even if it's still quite big, than to shrink it down and then shape it. So sculpt it while you are shaping it. So get one end pointy by stabbing back in towards the bulkier part of the lemon. And it does work really well, because what you're doing is you're not just shaping that end, you're also shrinking it together in that way. So just taper that part inward, or not inward, just taper that part, but stab the needle towards the bulkier part of your lemon. And then you will need to just get like a little blob here at the end. So I'm going a little bit harder now into that part here and felting it down. I can already feel that there's it holds together really well now. There's a lot of air in there still, but that's okay. So I'm just making like a little bobble at the end of that lemon shape. And admittedly, lemons come in all sizes. So if your lemons look a little bit smaller, then that's absolutely fine, because we all stab sometimes a little bit more vigorously than other times. And if you have different size lemons, like the 8 lemons vary all in different size, that's okay too. So you just need to pop a little bobble here at the end like that. And then you're going to do the opposite side. So turn this round and do exactly the same what you did before. Patience is required because it's very repetitive, but this is the time when you can actually sit down, maybe make yourself a nice cuppa. I've just finished mine. You can do this with friends if you want to get other people involved in the project. Give everybody a portion of wool and let them help you. You will have to supply your own tools anyway, so give them all a felting mat and set them to work. This could also be something that you do maybe together during Christmas, when you've got family around and you want to have a little bit of an activity going that involves stabbing some needle. Remember, needle felting is less suitable for very young children, but you as long as you're there and keeping an eye, we usually recommend 10 upwards. However, that is like I say, your judgment call. So you continue doing exactly what you did on the other side. Just keep stabbing towards, at a shallow angle, towards the fatter part of the lemon. And when you have managed to do that. So the lemon has actually shrunk quite a bit if you look at that. Then you can make another little knobbly bit at the opposite end. So we're repeating this little bit here. Now, if you've watched the Advent Project in the past, I've always lit a candle, but because I'm not live streaming from my home studio anymore, but I'm on business premises here, I don't really want to light a candle because I just feel it's a much bigger responsibility here at my HQ. Not that I ever thought, oh, I'm going to burn the place down, but I just feel I need to be a bit more responsible. So what I have done instead, I have got a little candle here, but it's not real. Okay, it looks very real, but it's not. But I just thought I'd put it here so that we can imagine it is a nice little warm light flickering away whilst we're all getting very slowly but surely into the Christmas spirit. Some people have got their trees up already. Some people frown upon it. It doesn't matter. Don't judge. Just let people get on with what they need to do. You never know, what Christmas means to different people. Some people hate it, absolutely hate it. And that's okay. Just don't spoil it for the rest of us who love Christmas, because it doesn't have to be Christmas in the sense of how you might have had it and learned to hate it. It could be something very different. To me, it's a time where we all slow down and where we appreciate the things in life that we should appreciate all year round, but somehow we're always too busy. And Christmas forces you to stop. Forces me to stop, I should say. I speak for myself. Some people actually get really busy. Some people have quite a sedate life, and then suddenly Christmas, they pull all the stops out. I've spoken recently to a hairdresser, and she says she's so busy, and for her it's the opposite. She just wants to chill. She doesn't get out of her pajamas during Christmas. But for a lot of people, Christmas is the highlight of the year, where they don on the most fantastic clothes they have got, have their hair done, and really, really celebrate a time where they can, I don't know, just be festive and look nice and all the rest of it. So everybody celebrates it in a different way, and there shouldn't be any judgment attached to it. So don't shout at people if they have their tree up early, and don't shout at people who don't want to celebrate Christmas at all. Everybody can do what they like. So I've got my my lemon here. It definitely looks like a lemon. So felting inward, as I have done, works quite well. I've got my two knobbly bits at the end. And now I'm going to my yellow wool. So from your 1/8 portion, which this is, take off 2 tiny wisps and put to one side. So I'm going to take 1 and 2 and just put them to one side. There is a continuous, sorry, I should show you this in the camera. There's a continuous debate going on what is a wisp and what's a pinch. I have no idea. A wisp is the littlest that I can tease off without, and a pinch is just a bit more of that. You're none the wiser, are you? So now you're taking the remainder of the yellow and spread it into a sheet that is big enough to wrap around the whole lemon shape. So you want a nice consistent sheet here. And if you've got holes, then just take that wool off, just there. See if your lemon fits in there, and then add the rest back into it, so that you can enclose your lemon and felt the shape shut. So make sure you've got a nice dense cover and then felt it closed. So you're just attaching the yellow to the lemon now. Oh God. Here it goes. The words are coming out in a weird and wonderful way. Make sure that you get all of it covered. So even if you have to tease a little bit. If you find you've got excess wool, take that off. Don't waste the wool on an area where you've got plenty. Just put it to one side and leave it as a reserve for somewhere where you might have a little bit of a less even cover. So, and then just felt it down. Follow the shape that you've made inside. Light little stubs. You don't need to stub too deep. Just get the yellow on first, because you're not actually trying to shrink down the lemon too much right now. You're just trying to get the cover on. So I'm just focusing my stubs a little bit on that end part here, which is quite important. It's an important shape of the lemon. And everybody's quite quiet. So remember, you can re-watch this anytime. It's staying in our Facebook, on our Facebook page. This is streamed directly onto the Makers page, but it will also be available to watch on our YouTube channel. So if you want to look for it, I will upload it as soon as possible. Probably not until tomorrow though. And just felt this down. And you can take your time. Don't rush this. I know you've got to make 8 of these. They don't actually take that long once you get the hang of it. Just felt it down. Take your time and enjoy. Just enjoy. Have some, maybe listen to some nice music. Yeah, just have a peaceful time and don't stress. I'm going to read some comments in a minute. If anybody wants to share anything, is anybody making along? That's what I would like to know. So I've closed this side up. I can see there's a little bit of a white patch there. I'm going to just go with it for the minute and focus on the other side. I've got my little bit of spare yellow that I've pulled off where it wasn't needed, and I'm going to add that over that area. You might find, if you do this with every lemon, that at the end of it you have a little bit left, and so if there's one lemon that needs a little bit more cover, just use it for that. Basically, it's just an awful lot of stubbing, but it is very quite therapeutic. Diane says, "Hi Steffi, managed to catch you live." Ah, that's good. I'm glad you didn't catch me dead. Oh dear. So is anybody making along with this live stream? That's what I want to know. Or are you all saving your lemons for another time? I wonder who's got the first 8 done. I hasten to guess that might be Hannah. Are you Hannah? You're going to be the first one to have your garland done. I know, Hannah, you have bought more of the Christmas stocking because you've just loved making that project last year. And yeah, so the Christmas stocking, has anybody made that last year? Who's a repeat Advent projector? Is that a word? Probably not. So just stabbing that side of the lemon down. So I seem to have a little bit of a white patch here, and but I'm just going with it for now because I need to stab the rest of my lemon down a little bit more and make it a little bit shorter, just so that it's not quite so long. Now, if you have a 5 clover 5 needle felting tool, you can actually use that on this project because it felts the shape down quite softly with the needles. They don't go in too far, but if you are consistently stabbing into it, it does actually help with the shaping and the surface cover, or the surface smoothing over of the fibers. That is something that you can definitely do. And if you've got a wonky lemon, guess what? They do exist. Just make sure that you keep stabbing into it to get the shape slowly but surely firmer, but it will never be solid. There will be quite a squish in the center, but the surface will be so firmly felted that it's actually holding the lemon in shape. And that's just one way of needle felting. Some people often ask, how does it need to be finished? What is the right firmness? There is no right or wrong. On this occasion, this project can stay quite soft. Imagine if we had put more wool in, we would have had to deliver the Advent projects by with a forklift to all of you on a pallet. Total exaggeration, of course, but it's already squished down into a box. So we've chosen to keep the project quite soft, nevertheless totally enjoyable to make. So keep that knobbly bit knobbly and just keep shaping on your lemon. And I'm going to just add a little bit of yellow here where it's gone, where the white wool is shining through. And the little yellow wisps that you kept to one side, they are actually for later on when you're making the little green parts of the lemon. They don't need to be made. Not all lemons have got them, especially if they're very ripe. But this lemon is quite a bright yellow. So we're keeping those yellow wisps that are here. We're keeping those for later on, for when we have access to the green. So just ignore step 16 to 21 because you haven't got that wool yet, unless you race ahead and you open the other weeks up, which there's no law that you can't, but I'm not doing it. So you have to wait for me to get to that point to needle felt the rest down. And you might find that you work on your lemons and then you come back to lemon number 1 and go over it again. It's just the nature of making these different. If you have a repetitive project to make, sometimes you think the first one looks great and then you get the knack of it, and then suddenly you think, oh, actually now I need to adjust number 1 again and number 2 and 3 and whatnot. So that can definitely happen. So some people also ask, how do you get the little stab marks out? Often you can just rub the shape and it sort of comes out. Sometimes it's also beneficial to go down a needle size. So if you go to a slightly slimmer needle, which I have here, you leave less of a stab mark. So the holes are much smaller and less visible. So it's up to you. You can work with 2 needles. If you need to work fast, just hold 2 needles and stab them in together. I'm going at quite a shallow angle because I don't want to shrink my lemon down into a long sausage. So keep stabbing at that shallow angle, and you're actually reducing the size, making it firmer, but you're not actually making it longer. So you're reducing the size by making it more squat, but not longer. Which is, we don't want to make it longer. We started out with a long shape, so we want to make it slightly firmer and more squat. And yeah, it's actually really nice. I really enjoy stabbing this. I don't want to stop now, but I'm pretty much done my first lemon, and you've only got 7 more to do. Yay! So by the end of week 1, you have got a few more days now to do it. You should have 8 juicy bright yellow lemons, and then you're ready to open the second week's Advent project parcel. And it's probably not too big a surprise what might be in there, but there are definitely surprises in our Advent calendar this year. But because it's not just a Christmas project, we've decided to produce a few more, so that if you are wanting to get some, you can still do that. And I'm genuinely finding it hard to stop stuff. It is actually very satisfying to get this lemon down. Besides the fact, lemons, if you look at them very close up, they actually do have these tiny little porous holes, don't they? Because of peel pores, and so you don't need to worry too much about stabbing the stab mark. It is very addictive. Just giving you the heads up. I don't want to stop. So, oh, it's so right. Okay, so let's just check in with some of you. Um, and oh, Diane still loves the Hoggies. So the Hoggies was the first Advent project that we ever did, which was during lockdown, and there was a whole story to it. You can actually buy the instructions website as a downloadable. They were adorable, and I had so much fun. The whole story around the Hoggies, which was during lockdown, where um Mr. McHoggy, he was on his way home. He had family, and he was gonna go home, and he had well, one teenage child and one younger child, and there was definitely a Christmas surprise as well. And wife, she was holding up the while he was away, and it was all there was just a whole lovely little story emerging. Of course, you can watch the live streams of that as well. If you ever want to watch anything that takes you back to lockdown, that is the challenge here. That's a lovely zesty lemon. Thank you, says Sharon. Um, Diane says, just really into lemons and oranges this year, so project was a must for me. Oh, I can't wait for you to see all the other surprises that are coming. So, I don't want to wish the time away because before I realize it'll be Christmas and I have yet before it can be Christmas. But I am so looking forward to getting all the other bits to go with. Another little tip, if you have a slightly white patch and you remember that you can add later on, you're going to use the yellow to mix a little bit of green into it, so you can put that sort of slight unripe looking part of the lemon onto a patch that hasn't been covered entirely in yellow if the white. My lemon is getting firmer and firmer. This is it. Who would have thought? Lemon done in less than, well, just over half an hour. So let's have a look. Oh, Diane says she's had all of the projects and calendars. They are so worth it. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much, Diane. Third project for Fiona. Loving making these lemons is another Diane. Waiting in hospital at the moment, so very restful watching you stabbing. Oh, hope everything's all right, Diane. Spoken to you such a long. Karen says starting it now, so I'm reading backwards. Colette is there. Yay! Me. Why did you say me, Colette? You. Oh, it's a nice project to have beside your chair and pick it up when you're relaxing. Might give you lemon fever if all in one sitting. I don't think it would. I just honestly think it's so satisfying to stab into it, and it just makes you want to have a gin and tonic. That's what it makes me do. Yes, and you want to smell it. Smell the lemon. It is honestly, this yellow is such a lovely, bright, vibrant color. It is perfect for this project. So, yeah, stab away. I can't stop. I can't stop. I gotta stop. Right, it's time to stop and for me to go home, because I've not done that yet. So, share your lemons with us. Pop it onto Everyone a Maker. Share your photos with us. We'd love to see your garland work in progress and how your lemons, let's compare shapes of lemons and how your lemons turn out. If you've got any questions, do ask away. And with regards to the garland, I see you next Tuesday, same time, to progress with the next lot. So hopefully you can all be there and join me again. So in the meantime, have a lovely evening, everybody, or what is remaining, and I shall see you. Take care. Lots of love. Bye bye.